All right, we're gonna get started, of course, with those arm circles. As we're doing these arm circles, guys, we are slowly allowing them to get wider and wider. And it's quite all right to let those feet move, legs wander. Once you have that full circumference, take a few reps there before you start dwindling it back down. And once you find yourself at those minute circles, you're going backwards. Same thing though, you're making those wider and wider, opening up the chest, activating those shoulder blades, something we talk about all the time, helping us with our posture. And it's the same thing. Once you find yourself at that full circumference, take a few reps there before you start to dwindle it back down. And before you let those arms fall to your side, let's bring it into that hamstring and chest opener. Chest openers, it's the same thing as we just talked about. Open up that chest, activate that upper back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then keep those legs nice and wide and bring it into some squats. And at the top of those squats, we're going to add in a calf raise. From there, go ahead, spread those legs a little bit, shifting side to side. Trying to stay low, down on those hips. That's going to help us with that glute activation. If we feel the need to stand up every now and then, that's all right. We're stretching those interior thigh muscles, those adductors. We're also activating those glutes right now. Go ahead, bring that up. We're going to do a little bit of a lunge, going as deep as we can, stretching. We don't have to take these fast. I'd rather we not. Let's focus on stretching that hip flexor, that back leg. We can either be in that Spider-Man position or we can alternate legs. And again, just taking it slowly here. This isn't a part of the workout. It's really just meant to get that hip flexor stretched a little bit. From there, guys, go ahead. Stand up here. We got hip openers. Leg goes inside, out. And bring it in, outside to in. All right, guys, go ahead, shake it out a little bit, grab a piece of water. We'll be back here in just a second. All right, guys, first activity here, we got jumping jacks. We're either doing full-on jumping jacks or we're going side step. I want us to start in 3, 2, 1. If we're doing these side steps, we can focus on speeding those up. Again, great reason to do these side steps is if we don't want to do something super plyometric right now, taking it a little bit later. Ten seconds, and I want you guys going into windmills. What those look like is right here. 3, 2, 1, windmills. Start them off slow. Let it feel if you want to speed up, you most certainly can. While we're doing this, make sure we're keeping a nice straight back and trying really to hinge at the hips, targeting those hamstrings. Once we feel that stretch, that's our cue to re-engage. In 10 seconds, I'm going to have you guys go back to those jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got jump jacks. Or our crossover steps. In 10 seconds, we're going back to those windmills. 5, 4, 3, 2. Spread those legs, hinging at the hip. Get that glute activation as we come up, full extension there at the hips. Don't take off that by just staying hinge up. Let's see that extension. Let's see that power through those glutes and those hamstrings. Ten seconds, and then we're going to slow it down a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you guys to pick up your heavy weights at home. We have a straight-legged deadlift. This can either be both legs at one time or single leg, hinging at the hip. We got 2 sets, so if we're doing single leg, that's quite all right because you'll have time to switch. I want you guys to join me in 3, 2, and 1. Yep, exactly like that. Yep. Let's try to avoid having that back leg rotate our body up. Let's try to stay parallel to the ground. There we go. That's better. Ten seconds, and then we are switching over to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, switch it on over. Same thing, other side. If we are doing one leg at a time, if we are doing both legs, you're just going with your second set. Again, as you start to get fatigued, make sure that our back is staying nice and straight. Hinging at those hips, we're utilizing those hamstrings as a nice stretch indicator to tell us to re-engage our glutes and our hamstrings to right our pelvis back up. "15 seconds, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you guys to go ahead, put those weights down. You're going to spread your legs, and you're going to go onto one side. Well, you have an option. You can either do, it's going to be one leg at a time, nice and slow, or you can keep those legs spread apart and focus on just one leg right here. It's just a side lunge off to the right side. You're going to start that in 3, 2, and 1. Really focus on strength right now. We're going nice and slow, trying to take balance out of the equation. Really enjoy that glute activation. Make sure we're pressing off of the heels so that we come up. And then in 10 seconds, guys, we're going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to be hopping off of one leg right there. If you don't quite want to do that explosion yet, we're going to stay just with those side lunges. Go ahead, hopping right here, guys. We might feel the pressure in our body going towards the balls of our feet, off of the heel, more towards the front. That's okay. We are using that as an explosion technique. 3, 2, 1. I want you guys to relax. Switching over to the other side. Same thing on the left side. 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow to start. In less than 10 seconds, I'm going to have you guys transition over to that plyometric, hopping off. 3, 2, and 1. Right here, you guys. Ten seconds. Right there, take a rest, guys. We got some water coming our way. All right, guys, going right back into it. Nothing special, just some squats. We will be adding a jumping component to these squats in a second. So, of course, weights are right now. In 10 seconds, I'm going to have you guys joining me in and out motion right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, start tall, jump out. Five seconds, we're back to normal squats. 3, 2, and 1. Normal squats for me, guys. While we're doing these normal squats, of course, we're making sure our pressure is coming through our heels to activate those glutes. Because when we get into more of that plyometric, again, we're going to feel that weight transfer to the front of our foot as we try to absorb, utilizing our ankle as well. So let's focus glute now so that our quads can take over a little bit later on. 10 seconds, we're going back to the plyometric. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in and out. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you guys to find a wall. And we just got wall sits here. 3, 2, and begin. While we have these wall sits, guys, this is an opportune time, like I've said before. Make sure we're through our heels. Don't let our knees to be too far forward. We pretty much want a 90-degree from our back to our hips, knees to ankles, 9 degrees. Trying to keep our hands off of our legs if we're using those to push up. Keep our glutes next to the wall. You guys have 15 seconds left. 15 seconds. Less than 10. Less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Got one activity for you guys before we get a water drink, and we're just taking it with some high knees. That can be either a march, and then we're speeding up into a high knee, or we can go right into that high knee. Go ahead, begin, guys. Regardless of what we're trying to do, let's try to get that leg up so that that thigh is parallel to the ground. If we're doing high knee or marches, we can be very deliberate. If we're doing high knees, let's be really attention on that. 10 seconds before that water break, guys. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest there. Grab a water for me. Giving you guys about 20 seconds. We're just going to explain our next activity. Skaters. Building off of those side lunges we did earlier. Side to side. I want you to start small. Retain our balance before we hop over. As you feel ready, you can go ahead and speed those up or go for more distance. But we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. As you start to feel that balance, feel free to get a little bit more explosive. Those two ways that we progress here, again, is either distance if we have the room, or speed if we're room space lacking. "15 seconds. Let's see if we can't ramp it up a little bit for me, guys. Ramp it up a little bit for me. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next activity, you have the option. We either have jumping lunges, or if we want to be a little less plyometric, so we don't have to worry about those knees as much, we got skiers here. 2 options. 3, 2, and 1. Really get those arms in it, guys, when we're doing these arms. Let's keep a 90-degree angle at that elbow. Don't just let our arms straighten as we are moving. 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. And we're picking up the weights. 3, 2, and 1. Picking up our heavies to start out with. Nothing special in this one. It's just a shoulder press. Nothing special there. Go ahead, begin in 3, 2, and shoulder press. If you find yourself arching your back, what I want you to do is spread your legs a little bit. So we're taking some stress off of the spine, and continue there. "15 seconds, I'm going to have you guys go right into a row. Done this row before, but it's going to be an iso or isometric. So we're going to go one arm at a time. And that off arm is going to be holding at the top. I want you guys to switch in 3, 2, and switch with me over to that row. Start at the top. One arm moves at a time. The other one is holding the weight up. Right like this, Karen. So if we're holding this one, there we go. Yep, and then switching once both hands are at the top. 15 seconds, and I want us back in line with those shoulder presses. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back up top here, guys. Back up top with me. Ten seconds. I'm gonna have you guys back into those rows before we finish up on the ground. 3, 2, and right down here, you guys. Isolateral rows right here with that offhand holding up at the top. Fifteen seconds for me, guys. 15 seconds, and we're taking it down to the mat. You can grab a quick swig of water on your way down. 10 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna be starting off here, guys, with the bench press. I said I'd let you guys get a quick swig of water, so I'm just gonna show this to you guys as you take that sip. We're gonna get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and bench pressing. Five seconds, and then I'm gonna have you guys facing the ground. Rotate over with me. What we're gonna be doing here next, guys, facing down, we have a push-up circuit. Well, not really a circuit, but we're gonna be lowering ourselves eccentrically. So I have you guys in push-up position. And what this is gonna look like, you can be either on your knees or up. I'm just gonna count down from 8. And by the time I hit 8, that's when we're all going to be on the ground. We just got a few reps up there, but we were to burn out those muscles eccentrically. We are lowering ourselves. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can go ahead, help yourselves up, cheat. You don't have to do a full push-up. Down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel free to cheat on the way up. Down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 2 more for me, guys. 2 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 more time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna want you guys to stay in this position. We got a plank hold right here. 1 minute. We want to make sure that we're stabilizing our core, our low back, and our pelvis. So I want you guys to hold in this position right here. I'm going to give you guys a countdown. 3, 2, and 1. Like I said, guys, we got a minute on here. I'm going to let you know when we're at 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left, 10 seconds left. If you ever need a break, feel free to take it because I'll be giving you guys those increments. We just hit 30 seconds. $40 seconds. Let's check our alignment. Make sure we have a nice straight line between our shoulders, our hips, and our ankles. 10 to go. Everyone re-up. Everyone back up. Make sure we're checking that alignment here for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I got one more final activity for you guys. It is just a Superman hold. Again, we just paid attention to the front of our core. Now we got the back. We got to straighten, or we got to strengthen that low back and those glutes. Starting here in 3, 2, 1. I'm again going to give you guys those time increments just so you know where we're at. I got 15 seconds left for you guys. 15 seconds left for you guys. See if we can't restrain up. Last 10 seconds, last 10 seconds. Try to get those legs a little bit higher, those arms a little bit higher for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Go ahead. Make sure that water's next to you. I told you guys we're going to end down here. We're going to do just that. I want to stretch in right down the middle here. While we're taking these stretches, guys, more than okay to sip water throughout. Absolutely encourage it. I want you guys to reach over to one side. And off to the other. And bring me back down to the middle, you guys. Back down to the middle. All right, you guys interlace your hands and really extend at that spine here. Focus on the spine specifically. Go ahead, right yourself up. Let's give our glutes some attention here, guys. We're going to lie on our backs. It's a great one to also target the piriformis muscle, a smaller muscle within the glute. And we're just going to pull that upper leg in. Go ahead. Switch those. And rest there. Go ahead. I want everyone to stand up a little or sit up a little bit here. Stretch out that chest. And just reach one arm over quick for me. Release. Open up. Switch arms. Open up nice and wide here. Relax those arms there. Shoulders can, or arms can fall down to the side. We're going to stretch the back of our neck here, guys, by letting that chin dip down to our chest. Go ahead, raise it up nice and slow so that we can tilt it on back, chin up towards the sky. This is targeting the front of our necks here. down to the center, one ear to the same side shoulder. This is going to focus on the sides of our neck. Raise it on up. Give me the other side.